Hey, tried something new today. I clicked it before I started, and I think it worked
Hello.
well.
Good evening, afternoon,
Look who
everybody.
we have here, and Simon. I don't see your avatar on the YouTube feed. That sucks.
Let's
Somebody's being
no,
stupid again.
hang on.
Yeah,
Let me
refresh
just
it or something.
see if that'll work.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
Nope, that doesn't seem to
We're
have done it yet.
uh, sometimes YouTube and StreamYards don't play well together.
Indeed.
And it seems like this is one of those days they just having a. Oh, there you are. They're having a bitch fight.
Yep.
I see you now. I see you
Mhm.
now.
Mm.
So how's everybody in the chat?
Good. Oh, it's your chance to practice your pronunciation of Dalek. AMG.
Dalek.
Yes.
We were talking about the show that the Daleks are from. I grew up thinking it was Dalek. I don't know why. I just did.
Mhm.
And for me, they were the Daleks. Because you know what? What the freak word is it anyway? It's a made up word. Who's to say?
Well,
I'm
all
wrong.
words are made up.
I know. But did you ask the inventor of the word how they preferred it? No, you don't know. They might have been from Jersey. It's Dalek,
Jersey.
bitch. See?
If they were from Jersey, it would likely have been the island.
Mm-mm.
The
You've never
Channel
heard of an
Island.
expat?
Yeah.
What, Cliffy?
The
The
Channel
island.
Island, Jersey.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
no. And I'm sure all of you know Clippy. He's come back to say hi. Say hi.
Oh, should I do the greetings to everyone?
Would you like to?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, Juggernaut Jared Reed. Nightwolf. Joshua Lee. Good to see you. Up and out. Hello. Dalek. Hello. Joshua Lee. Good to see
He's
you.
sucking up to Simon on that
Oh,
one.
I said Joshua Lee already. Cool Gamer. Hello. Cajunese. Good to see you. Neil Hatch. Hello.
Hi,
The
Neil.
Snark.
Welcome.
The Snark. Howdy.
Snarky!
Jason Hyatt. Hello. Oh,
Jason.
Anacito. Good to
Banana
see you.
Menacito.
And that's everyone for now.
Hey,
Oh, Aristu. Hello.
if we've missed you, hit us up and we'll beg our forgiveness. Did I see Irish Dublin Girl earlier? No? I thought I
Don't think so.
did. Sometimes, with my eyes the way they are and I'm not looking real close, Cajunise's red cap reminds me of her red hair. If I'm looking real quick, and all I see is the red on the top of the picture.
Uh-huh. Um,
Uh,
I'm going to test something which I think may be a new feature in
Okay,
YouTube.
do two. What? What is that? What is he doing? Is he doing something mad, bad, or
I don't
hurtful?
know because
Did you just make those hearts come up?
yes,
Oh, he did the bubbling up hearts, the
I
percolating
can't.
hearts. You can't see them still? Tell me you can't see them. Simon, is he concentrating so hard he can't talk?
I think so.
Simon! 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 What's he doing? He's really trying hard to press that button. Simon! Why can't he hear me? Simon! Come back to us. Stop pressing your
My
button.
connection went west.
Okay. You can't see them still, or can you see them?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Oh my god. Simon, can you hear me?
Simon, can you hear me?
Exactly what I was thinking in my head. I hate this day. Oh, and now we've lost him. Oh, wow, look, that's what that does? He could come up in the wrong porthole.
Mm.
You, the new thing was we could do our own layouts, and we had the portholes all set up. And this is what happens when you lose somebody. At least you didn't go across both of them. You went to one.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens now. He's gonna be the wrong one.
Hmm.
Wait, where is he? Is he coming in?
Computer decided it was going to throw a hissy fit.
Uh, oh wow, it sent you back to the right one. I'm pretty. All right, StreamYards is doing it right. It's YouTube that's fucking up today.
Possibly so, yes.
So my question to you 20 million times was, can you see them when they're coming up on the thing?
And I was saying 20,000 times, do you see them bubbling up the side of the chat
I
or on the.
have seen them since they started. These are
No,
the
no, no,
percolating
no.
hearts.
Yes, but I don't know where you see them. Are they on the main screen or are they on the
No, they're
chat?
on the chat.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Oh
I
my
see
god.
them bubbling up the chat, so I didn't know whether you did as well.
Yeah. So were you looking on the main screen since the first day I saw them?
No,
Oh.
no. There's
Yeah,
a
they've
new
always been in
button.
chat.
There's a new button at the bottom right that I can see. That's never been there before.
I don't see it, but that's okay. I've always seen the hearts come up, so that's all I care about. They're fun. I love them. They're like being tickled from behind. Wait a minute. Tickled from underneath? You know what I'm saying? It's just like a cute little thing. It goes up your spine. That's all.
Poor Juggernaut doesn't see anything.
You got nothing? Aww. Does everybody else see them? I love them. I love them so much. All the other platforms have them or some form of them. YouTube just took forever, as always.
I'm now seeing them come up. I'm assuming other people are doing them as well.
Yeah. You can see them mostly on mobile, but now some people are seeing them on their desktops.
Yeah,
I've always has. I always have.
my laptop, which is running, um, what is it running?
Chrome, no? Linux,
Chrome. Couldn't see them.
Opera, whatever.
Yeah, my phone can see them, but my PC cannot.
What are you running on your PC?
I'm running Chrome.
Oh. All I've ever run was Chrome, Windows, whatever.
Yeah,
And
weird.
that's what I always see them on.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
No, Michelle Hogg doesn't see any.
What's Joshua saying about tickling?
Joshua says, tickled from behind. AMG, you're so naughty.
I didn't mean it like that. We got
The
something.
Snarks PC sees them beautifully.
Thank you. See, Snarky, of course would. We got a green
Jason,
thing on the screen, Simon.
Yeah, hang on. Jason says the button showed up for me today, and he sees them now. And Dalek Beck, a member for a month Avenger, says she's so happy to be a member of the young Marvel girl, Hearts, and AKA my US sister.
Oh, I love you so much. She's so sweet. If I ever go to Australia, I know where I can go to be safe. Because Taipan would have me out there with the angry ants and whatever else that wants to kill me.
The angry ants?
Even the ants want to kill you in Australia. I don't like ants, okay?
Well,
Okay.
I guess that because they've got more than 2 legs.
No, they're tiny. I don't like tiny things.
Would now be a good time to say that we're all made up of tiny things?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You would be a pedantic queen. That's what you would be.
Taipan possibly doesn't see them because he runs Firefox.
Maybe that's it. I like Firefox. I do. Mozilla is pretty cool.
And Dalek confirms that she has a spare bedroom for you here.
Hey. Is it always hot in Australia? I always got the feeling it's always hot there.
No.
No?
No, not during the winter. It can be fairly cool.
I suspect there are places in it that are cold.
And is winter there, summer here?
Yes.
Okay, so they're opposite. So
Yeah.
I could go there in the summer and be cool, that'd be cool. I don't like summer. Don't like hot.
No.
I wouldn't go to like a tropical place for a vacation. I don't even like
Ooh,
springtime. I like it cold.
I went to Puerto Vallarta one time, and it was so hot and humid at night. Even it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It's like I think they need to install outdoor air conditioning everywhere and then I will go.
they have. It's called the Wind.
No, there's no such thing as outdoor air conditioning. There is. It's in small areas at a time, but if you put enough units out, I would think you could get a bigger area cooled down.
Yeah, I must admit I would consider that to be an incredible waste of energy. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought, yeah. Well, just put a fan and some ice out. I don't just. I hate being hot.
yes, I'm not a favourite of it either.
Humidity. I never thought I'd miss humidity, but I kind of do, because I'm in a desert situation here. There's like no humidity here, and I hate it. If I'm gonna be hot, I want a little bit of moisture so I can sweat, and so that my skin doesn't dry out the way it does here. I hate
Uh,
heat here. Like they say,
Taipan,
dry heat is not as bad, but it's still heat, and B, you don't sweat in dry heat, so you can't cool off as easily.
I think you do, but uh,
I
uh,
don't.
Taipan says a fun fact: some places here, that's Australia, get more snow than the Swiss Alps.
Okay.
And Juggernaut Jared is uh, suggesting or trying to persuade you to watch the movie Them
No. No. Why would you do that? I will not. I
because
will not.
they are big ants, well, not small ants.
Yeah,
Maybe
I know. I won't do that at all. Thank you. No. 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 I only like coffee grounds because they look like ants. There you go.
Uh huh.
I'm missing
uh,
stuff in the chat. Can you help me? I can
that's
see the orange.
well, Joshua's being a bit rude, saying that you were around for the last age, so it's something you're used to.
Ah.
And
Your Simon's
Anisito
older than me, people. Sorry.
saying that humid heat makes you feel like a baking chicken.
Oh
Humidity
yeah.
sucks.
It does. I grew up on the East Coast, so it sucks when there's a lot of it. But just a touch would be nice, you know? A touch. I have none.
Well, generally speaking, extremes of anything are not fun.
Yeah, exactly. There has to be somewhere in this world that has the happy medium that we all want. Can you tell me where it is so I can go, please?
Well, the Pacific Northwest is nice and consistent with the weather. Unfortunately, you do get rain.
Rain I don't care about.
There's nothing wrong with rain. Bit of rain is
I mean,
good.
I don't go out in it because, but I don't mind it if I stay. But like, I've been to California. It wasn't that bad. Um, it's odd. People there are odd. Like it was like over 70 degrees. There was a pool right there, but nobody would go in it, and they all laughed at me when I even suggested we go in the pool because it wasn't the right month. What?
Hmm.
It's winter. So what? It's warm enough to go swimming. What the fuck? I don't get that.
And just to help you out, we had a couple of people, Taipan and Aaron Rod, sort of admitting they are older than you too.
See, thank you guys.
And Bellywood suggesting the mountains of Sri Lanka, AMG, for you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't like mountains. Oh, I'm so sick of mountains. I could die
Say that'd be good for you, except the inability to bake cakes.
and breathe.
Mm.
Oh,
I,
breathing's overrated.
yeah, right.
You got to put
Uh,
2 eggs in the cake.
no, it doesn't matter how many. I'm sorry. I don't care what you do, how many eggs, baking soda, baking powder, or magic you want to use, fairy dust. a cake baked over a mile high, and one at sea level are going to be different. The one at sea level is going to be correct and beautiful, like fluffy, still moist. The one where I live is going to be like a friggin' muffin every time. I don't care what magic tricks you use. You can't get it good. You just can't. Everybody says, "Oh, but I can make a great cake." Yeah, because you live in Colorado your whole life, you don't know what a good cake is. Or see, and K-Rab killed me because she ordered me the most beautiful birthday gift I ever got: cannoli and cake from Carlos, which is back in Jersey. And for those who don't know, Carlos Bakery is the epicenter of Cake Boss, the one you see on TV. That's Buddy. She sent me get cannoli from there with some cake slices, and like it just reminded me again. This is what cake is supposed to be. Here's the thing. They also have spaghetti. Oh no, no, I'm not gonna say it.
What?
Simon, say the
What?
word.
What?
Lobster tail. Say it.
Oh, I cannot remember. I know which word you mean, but I cannot remember what it is. It's for
Spaghetti.
something, isn't it?
Spaghetti.
Sfriadel.
He says it so well now. I'm turning him Italian. He's gonna get his Italian card, I swear to God. By the time we're done, by the time I'm done with him, he's gonna get an Italian card. I swear he will. If you'd like one yourself, let me know in a DM and I can tutor you.
She can teach you how to say bada boom, bada bing.
Stop it. But yeah, no, there's history involved. You gotta learn a lot of things, but you'll get an Italian card. He said Sfriadel so well yesterday. I thought I would have sworn he was Italian a little bit.
Yeah, bada boo, bada bing is the Italian American card, I think. So.
That's right. That's a Jersey card.
And hello, Salacious.
Hey, very talented lady here. She's the one
Dalia.
who's done Hezekiah's voodoo dolls, and just she's so talented. I'm gonna convince her to do some bobs for the Graham and Bob show. I'm gonna get her to do it someday, because that needs to be something that's in the world. Some bobs. I want one so bad. Speaking of Graham and Bob show, we were just talking to Graham, and he's got some great content coming up. So please make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to be very heavily involved in it, and it's brilliant stuff coming. Just going to
Uh,
put that out there.
I've been enjoying the Bobs Abroad.
Oh, isn't that a great series? That's very popular on TikTok as well. Like, it's a great short. Which is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? I just
Mm,
love it. I love the. I think his comedy is good. I think and it's not the basic sovereign citizen stuff that we're used to. It's not like we go to a traffic stop and we watch it, blah blah blah. Nah, it's much more clever. It's funny. The space of AMG has different types of frauders and subsets,
Yeah.
all the time, and it's just so funny. I love it. I love it's different from the rest of the stuff out there. It's still subset, fraud, or whatever, but it's different enough that I get a little variety, right?
Hmm.
It's still, maybe he'll do some like, what do you call it? I just had an idea for him, like that Zoom court stuff. Do something like that, a send up of that stuff. Like he's got a billion ways he can go, and he's so creative, and he gets there every time, and so much work goes into it, though.
Yeah, being the space sub, I mean, expect a flirt. Well, he's actually already done flirts, hasn't he?
Yeah, that was brilliant. I love
Yeah.
that one with the constantly moving up.
What's accelerating? Yeah.
Yeah, ah, great. We got
Um.
something over
Yeah.
there.
Uh, Jockenaut Jared would like to know: do you like lobster, AMG?
I miss lobster so bad. Oh, when I used to live on the East Coast, we had fresh fish and lobster. All we could have it. I love it. It's sweet. It's so good. We got another
Um.
one.
I think I might help need a translation, AMG.
Okay, go.
Um, Taipan says, first I need to get a pencil Mo.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Say it again. I can't hear you.
I need to get a pencil Mo, MOE.
Okay.
Mustache?
I don't know.
Ah,
MOE is a person usually.
hmm. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, whilst you're considering that, hello, Surgeon General.
Hi.
And hello, Graham, just popping in.
I just saw Joshua. There's a couple green things in there. Did you see them?
Oh, Joshua, member for 14 months. Have to have Simon learn all the hand gestures, otherwise it's not a true Italian card. Also,
Ah,
AMG, you know I razz you all in good fun. Love you, because I do.
thank you. What does Surgeon
And Surgeon
General
General,
do? Yeah.
member for 24 months. Just some nice coloured hearts.
Oh, Surgeon General, it's been a while, babe. Love you. I was just thinking about you and Stringer just the other day. That's funny. Hope you're well. Oh, and sticker, guys, the outro's been updated. There's a couple new things and stuff in there. So
Yep, they're good as well. So stay around
yeah,
until the end. Not that you wouldn't anyway.
'cause we love you. Yeah. It's
Because
just
you
my way
do.
of doing. 'Cause she do. I never get to say that anymore because we don't do
Bingo.
bingo.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Should we do a bingo sometime soon? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do like a giveaway and everything. What should we make it about? Anybody? Let's see. We could do Daryl Brooks maybe, or we could do a soft sit one. I don't know. What do you think, Simon?
Um, I I can't recall the lost Karen bingo that was done.
Oh yeah, Karen bingos are fun. Yeah, yeah. Clippy, what do you think?
Yeah, we could do. Well, I mean, Karen's a lot more fun than like soft sits or
Yeah.
frauditors because,
All
you know,
different shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Karen.
Graham.
We were just talking about you, Graham.
Indeed, we were. And Surgeon
Trying to.
General saying he thinks this is the first channel he ever became a member of.
Wow, I'm
And
honored.
and if I'm saying he instead of something else, I apologise. I'm just assuming.
But wow, I'm totally honored. Like when I made my Patreon, I remember Snarky was one of the first ones I ever got ever. Like ever. If he wasn't my first, he was my second one. Like he's been around since I started this, and did flat Earth only. So yeah, we go back.
Back in the days of Craig Valuenova.
Oh, I just recently checked his channel, and
Who?
he's still doing crazy things. He's this off the wall guy who's kind of a frauder, kind of a sausage, kind of a more, but he's white. Like, oh my god, he's just kind of psychotic. Gay as the day is long, um, and just weird, just so weird. His big thing is calling customer service at Chase Bank or AT&T and complaining about the oddest things. I'll you know what? I might do a remix of some of his hits for me. And then I found this one where he puts the camera down at one end of his mom's hallway and does this crazy ass wannabe Madonna cross with Dita Von Teese dance. Oh my god, it was insane.
I remember that.
Duck facing the house down boots, really.
I have to say, I'm really glad I don't know what the heck you're talking about, never having seen any of that, and I'm glad I never have.
Oh no, it's very entertaining, and you're gonna watch it. So there you go. He's like as old as Mormish, really, or maybe even older than Mormish. Some of the big hits, really, because Mormish has been around since I was flat Earth. I remember
Broke
he's
my
been
window
inactive.
again.
He's been pretty inactive. A couple things here and there, but really not much on his end either. I check up on the classics every
Is that
once in a while.
is that the guy who went out to Madagascar or something?
Exactly.
Yep.
Did he ever get back?
They threw him out the same day he got there.
Yeah, they deported his ass right away.
Yeah,
Right.
because he had no money on him at all.
Oh, he had a credit card that wouldn't work there.
That wouldn't work because it was
Yeah.
one of those pay to play credit cards. You had to put money down and stuff, or something like that, and it didn't go international.
Right. Cajanese is suggesting Mormish bingo.
You know, and that he's hysterical to watch, but I really don't think there's enough there. I couldn't get 25 boxes off of him even. I really don't think. I'll try it. Promise you I'll give it a college try. But if I need at least 25 things off of him.
Mm.
Yeah.
So to make it even a bingo, let alone, I usually go for more so not everybody has the same boxes.
Yeah, trouble is you probably have to sit down and watch an awful lot of his stuff just to see
I've
what he
seen
says
all his stuff
repeatedly.
because he doesn't still do stuff. So I've seen
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, but can you remember all the bizarre things that he says repeatedly, not just once?
Probably. I
Okay.
really can't because I've seen it so many times. I've watched
Uh-huh.
him. Because a lot of people don't realize when you do a video about somebody, you're not watching the video once and then doing the video and editing it and stuff. You got to watch it a couple times. And if
Yeah.
with my way of doing things, if they say something that's a legal, they make a legal claim, I then research it. So there's a lot more that goes into it, and you get to know the videos very well. And I have a good. You saw what I did when we were talking to Graham. We
Yeah.
talked about going deep with the voice, and I pulled up a clip right away
Yeah.
because that stuff I have a good memory for.
Yeah, I mean, my memory can be a bit like that, but it needs an association to kick it off.
Yeah,
If you say, I mean, I could be totally blank about something, but if you say something,
that
I'll have an
association.
association, and oh yeah, that.
Well,
and
that's
I'll
how a
recall
memory
it.
palace works. So, and when I do my clips, I put them in a memory palace.
Yeah, I've got a sort of memory under a bed, not a palace.
There you go. It works. It works. And Mormish is in a very big red car with dirty windows. That's his room in my palace.
Yeah, an old Buick.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
More maroon than red. So yeah.
I had a maroon Buick myself, but it was clean.
Oh, his is so gross. I skeeve.
Yeah.
So.
The cops are gloving up just to write him a ticket.
Oh. Dude, I wouldn't even knock on that window. I wouldn't. I'd use something and then
That's
throw
why
it away.
they have batons.
Really? I'd throw the baton away though. Baton. Really, you just don't want to touch whatever's touched it. I wouldn't touch him with your baton.
Can you imagine if the cop was OCD?
Right?
I
I have
must-
seen some cops that are, and they'll like elbow bump you. That's
I
it.
must. I don't know how they would actually function.
Right? How do you handcuff somebody? Well, remember Wentworth? The freak was like that.
Hmm.
She just had a lot of hand sanitizer.
Yes, and that's just sitting in an office.
Yeah.
But actually being out on the streets, dealing with the general public, yeah, that's going to
Yeah.
be issues.
Yeah.
And Surgeon General's apparently he sold his Buick recently, 2007 LaCrosse CXL,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Those are nice cars.
Yeah.
which I assume is a model of Buick
Yes.
as opposed to a game.
Yes.
Fun fact, they couldn't sell the lacrosse in Quebec because in Quebec, lacrosse is a slang for self-gratification.
How is lacrosse self gratification?
If you translate it from French to English, I guess,
It's the cross, right?
well, for whatever reason in Quebec, it means
Wow.
that.
Well, yeah, But
The
you
game
made
itself is nothing like self gratification. It's
I say
horrible.
you made the point when you said Quebec.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah, seriously. What are you guys saying? A muddy gas
He
can?
said it was a nice car, but he needed a big ash truck to haul water for his plants.
Wait, the muddy gas. What did Anastasia say? Muddy gas can what? Lemurs?
The muddy gas can lemurs were a lie.
Yes, that's him. He went to Madagascar because he fell in love with the movie Madagascar, which is animated. He fell in love with the lemurs in it. Lemurs, A, don't look like that. And B, it wasn't even a lemur he had on the screen when he said that. It
I,
was King Julian's number 1, which is some kind of, oh god, what was that thing? Damn it!
I, I've, I, I've never. Oh God, I don't know.
I know
I
it.
mean,
I know it. I know it.
yeah,
Somebody
but for
else can
some reason,
probably
I
know it.
thought he was. It was penguins, but you're right. It was lemurs.
Oh god, what was King Julian's sidekick? He was some kind of jungle. Oh,
Um, Pass.
it's a weird name thing, and they pee on you, on themselves and stuff. Like in reality, they're a nasty animal that you can't get near.
Right. I think I know the one you mean, but I can't remember what it's called.
Anybody know?
Snock is saying
Thank you. Yeah,
LaCroix.
I
LaCroix
realized I was
is
wrong after I said it. Lacroix. A what? A mere? No, it's not a meerkat. It wasn't a meerkat. It was something else.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah, I mean,
smaller animal than a meerkat.
yeah, I
I mean, they're
remember
cute animals, but
hearing about an
they're
animal that
just
does that,
nothing.
but yeah,
Yeah, a lemur's not going to get near a human unless I saw this one photographer who's taking pictures of them, and they just kind of climbed all over him. But he gave a different vibe than Mormish. Mormish looks like the type that grabs one of them and starts petting him so hard it kills him, like
Like in
um,
like
Mice and
love,
Lenny.
Men.
love it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hug it and call it George,
Yes, which is from
a
which is
cartoon.
no, but what they get that from is from
Of Mice and
Oh,
Men.
yes, Lenny picked up a bunny, I think it was, and loved it too much and killed it. And his name, no, it wasn't Lenny that did that. George did that.
George, yeah.
George did that, and that's why they said I'll and call it George. No, George is the sane one. It was Lenny that did that because he was calling it George. He was talking to George. Yeah. If you've never read of Mice and Men, there's a really great movie version with Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautifully done, really
We
well
watched it.
done.
We watched it in English class.
I think we did too. Yeah, we did. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Anybody have the animal yet?
not yet. I mean, Snark is saying that then he kept dead mice in his pocket.
Yeah, because he thought, he
Yeah,
he
and
he loved him. So I thought it was a bunny for some reason, but yeah, he killed him. But
right,
there was a bunny ranch or something. I don't know.
Bellywood wants to know if our groundhogs and marmots the same thing, and I
I
don't
don't
believe
know.
so.
You know who you should ask for that? Casual Geographic. He's
Yep.
the man. And I have his book. He has a book out, and I got it. All right, I'm gonna look it up. King Julian and Sidekick Animal. Let's see if that came up.
What's this? It's not saying the best laid
Alright.
schemes of mice and men. Gang after Agley. Not George Burns, Robbie Burns. Snark.
Very secret serious ranking of the best animal sidekicks in Disney. I just want to know what kind of animal.
Is the sidekick called Maurice?
Yeah, what kind of animal is he?
In which case, Graham reckons it's an eye.
What kind?
Yeah, it's an eye.
Okay, yeah. See, it's not um a lemur. See how much you learn here? It's educational. Oh, sorry. So
That's
yeah.
all right. So
Oh my
well done,
god.
Graham, for getting that,
Yeah. Good for you, sweetie.
and also
Um.
for coming up with his name.
Ah. They did
Ah,
one just of the lemurs, King Julian and Friends. They did. That's not the name of it. They did a movie of just them because they became so damn popular.
Hmm.
Bonus points for the name of the movie. Um,
sorry.
I never was like growing up. I didn't watch any Disney movies, like except for I don't know. I don't think it was a movie. I think it was a weekly cartoon series, Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
I was into Chip and Dale for some reason.
Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, no, that's before that.
Oh.
When I was a kid, it was just Chip and Dale,
Hmm.
and they were a lot different. And, you know, it's
Mm.
like I never liked cartoons because, quite frankly, as a child, I understood like that they weren't right because the ones we grew up on were violent and scary. Really, if you looked at them through adult eyes, if you look at them, they're weird, violent, and scary. You know, there's a lot of odd story plots. Think about
There's a
Bugs Bunny. Think about the Looney Tunes.
there's a
Think
lot of
about the
slapstick
skunk.
violent
What?
comedy. There's a lot of slapstick violent comedy. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Think of
but the
that. The
thing is,
skunk. He's raping that cat. Do you realize
well,
that? Pepe Le Pew
hmm,
is a predator. And no, and I'm not being funny about it. He comes onto that cat that he thinks is a skunk. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She tries to get away. He keeps pulling her back. He gives these unwanted advances, physical ones. He's practically raping her in front of us, and I think he actually does at some point. So like this is not cool. Why would they have that as a child? That's not funny. That's not cool. Why would they let little boys think this is okay?
Or all the World War II cartoons with the racism.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, the slapping Daffy Duck and having his jaw break, his beak, but his
or have
bill,
his bill
whatever.
rotate around his head.
Yeah, that's violent, you know?
Mhm.
But we thought it was funny.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Because
And I
no,
saw that for
not
what it was
real.
as a
I
kid.
mean, um, I know people say that children get influenced by the cartoon violence and stuff like that, and they try and do things like it in real life. But
I don't know about
yeah,
that, but it was disturbing to me. Like, what's his name? The one that goes, "That's all, folks." The guy with the
Porky Pig.
was he the one who hunted Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck?
Elmer
Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd.
Elmer Fudd, yeah. You'd see him blast their head off.
Yeah. Um, the thing
Granted,
is,
they didn't die, but it's still violent.
I, s- I don't ever recall thinking any of it was reality or possibly even
I didn't either.
remotely related to reality in any way, shape, or form. So I just looked at it as a silly cartoon,
I didn't think it was
mostly
reality either,
which
Simon.
mostly amused me, and some I just didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't think it was reality either, but I thought they were disturbing. I didn't enjoy seeing violence as a kid, even.
I
I didn't like the scarier ones, like the one with that big heart shaped monster. That freaked me out. That was weird. Um,
don't know if I recall that one, but
it was a Bugs Bunny.
uh,
Um,
so
and in
mostly,
the end, in the end they shrink it down and put it in a jar for like forever. And the idea of that disturbed me. like making it homunculus sort of. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't. I had my first panic attack as a child, and maybe that's why.
Pass. But I say that the only real effect that any cartoons have had on me, I think, as a child, was thinking one or two I just didn't like, and that
How
was
about when
it.
they took a hammer to somebody?
It didn't bother me in the slightest.
It did me. Like, you're a different person than me.
Yeah.
And it did bother a lot of people. And some kids actually thought you could hit somebody with a frying pan and it just be a joke. It wasn't.
No.
I had a dart thrown at my head
Well,
by a kid who thought
some.
it'd be just funny. No, it doesn't just stick in your head like it does in the cartoon.
Hmm,
You get hurt.
yeah.
And
Um,
I've seen kids say, but I saw it. It didn't
and
hurt
that
them.
I have to say is probably down to the parents not adequately
No.
explaining what is going on and what is right and
You
what is wrong.
I'm sorry, but no parent sits down with their kid, watches the cartoons, and say, "That's not real. Don't forget, you can't really do this in real life." No, they sit their kids in front of the TV and go about their business. It's
Well,
just how it is.
I vaguely recall my parents pointing out that it's not real.
Every
Mm.
time, just sitting there, or when you did something wrong.
No, not every time I sat and watched cartoons because I didn't really watch an awful lot of cartoons
Right.
because there weren't that many cartoons on.
Your
But
cosmic
I
version
remember
of it.
my parents at least once, probably twice, saying, "Yeah, it's not real. You don't do these things."
A lot of kids are raised by their televisions.
Yeah. My parents never did that because they never thought I thought it was real because I'd have to be half a retard. But they just my dad watched the cartoons. I was just sitting there. My dad loved Daffy Duck, and he laughed his ass off. Maybe that's why I didn't like cartoons because my dad loved them so much. I don't know. What am I missing in the chat?
Apparently, we've helped inspire the Snark to finish his a repair, and he's now got an old but beautiful mountain bike.
Woo, ooh, yay! Snarky mountain bike. Wait a
Taipan
minute. Wait
says,
a minute. Is
"Well,
that a pedal one are you gonna
Yeah.
pedal it?
yeah, that's what a mountain bike is."
Oh, Snarky, that's
Um,
work.
Taipan says the Roadrunner goes beep beep. No, it doesn't actually. It goes meep meep.
Yep. But it also goes beep beep. It's a beep and a meep, depending on what it's doing. But yeah, I love the Roadrunner. I gotta say. But
Yes.
that's violent as fuck. I feel bad for the coyote. I always felt bad for the coyote. Always.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
he
wanted
got.
him to catch the damn Roadrunner and eat him.
Yes, there's a. I don't know whether it's a T-shirt or certainly there's a design with the Wile E. Coyote with the Roadrunner, its paw around its throat, saying "Meet, meet my ass."
Oh, that's funny. I'd like that.
Hmm.
Cause like I felt bad for the coyote, and Roadrunner was an asshole to me. I really didn't like him. I didn't like Speedy Gonzalez either. So what? You can run,
I'm pretty sure Speedy's been canceled anyways.
really? Why?
Probably.
Stereotyping,
Yeah.
possibly.
There's nothing stereotypical about a Mexican being fast. It's because
I
his
presume it
name.
was the voice.
Oh please, a thick accent is that's
Uh,
stupid. That's
what if you
too
think?
woke for words.
Well, if you
Go,
think
that's
about
to
it,
go woke, go
the
broke shit.
the character Apu got removed from The Simpsons
Yeah,
because it was
but
a white guy doing the voice.
that was the way they did him was racist. That was because that. All right, look. What Speedy Gonzalez versus Apu. Speedy Gonzalez. He's fast, right? That was the whole thing. Speedy. There's nothing in the world that makes that says, "Oh, those Mexicans sure are fast." No, but the thing with Apu owning a convenience store, that's stereotype.
Um,
See what I'm saying? Difference, big difference, just there. I could go on.
why? Because until recently, when there was a fire there, the two closest convenience corner stores that near me are run by Indians.
Right. And Apu was Indian, so it was stereotypical. It was like it's seen as a racist stereotype,
Hmm,
even if it's true, as most stereotypes are,
yeah.
based in truth. So people didn't like it. Okay, fine, whatever. It's also whatever else they had him doing that was racist, stereotypical. So yeah, I see the Apu thing. I don't see the Speedy Gonzalez
Yeah.
thing because there's
Um,
nothing about him. He had an accent. Yeah, so what? Everybody who's of a certain ethnicity has that certain ethnicity's accent.
Jason says, feeling that the character presented an offensive Mexican stereotype, Cartoon Network shelved Speedy's films when it gained exclusive rights to broadcast them in 1999.
Am I wrong? Is anybody here feel like Speedy Gonzalez was Mexican stereotype? He was fast.
It's got
I don't
nothing.
Timber.
ever
It's got
remember
nothing to.
anybody
It's got
saying those
nothing.
Mexicans are sure fast.
It's got nothing to do with the speed.
What's it got to do with? His
The
accent?
fact he
Yeah, he's
wore a
Mexican. He's gonna have a Mexican
sombrero,
accent.
a,
Oh my
a,
god.
a poncho. I can understand why they might think it,
And
but
Bugs
not
Bunny
being,
had ears.
but
So
not,
what?
but not being Mexican, it doesn't particularly bother me.
Okay, Guido, Mario, Luigi. What do they look like? They got black hair, curly black hair, big ass mustaches. Come on. Why is it not offensive to Italians? Because we don't
Sorry.
take ourselves too seriously.
So which characters?
Mario,
To
Oh,
me,
sorry.
the
Mario.
Yeah,
plumber.
sorry.
It's to me,
I
even the way they have him talk.
Mm. You can thank the
Nobody cares about offending Italians.
You can thank the Japanese for that one.
Well,
I
the,
don't really play the games or watch anything about them. I mean, I know
but you
he's
can't now.
supposed to be an
Now that we're
Italian
talking
plumber,
about it, you can't
but
say that's not
yeah, but
just as bad
I
as Speedy Gonzales,
mean,
if not worse.
I don't think of him as an Italian plumber.
You
That's just
just
a
said you
character
don't
name.
know enough about it, but now that you do, now it's been pointed
Yeah,
out to you,
no.
you can't say it's not as bad as Speedy Gonzales.
Um,
Simon, you
I would
can't play
say,
that game.
oh,
It's either all okay or not okay at all.
can I finish a sentence?
Okay.
I don't particularly like Mario as a character. And yeah, I think it probably is derogatory for some people, just like Speedy Gonzales is derogatory for other people. I personally don't give a monkey's chuff because I don't give a stuff about either of them. I
Because it
just
doesn't
forget
affect you
or
either,
ignore
though.
them.
Yeah. But for those who does go after, yeah. But so this is my point.
Oh
It's
dear.
either all okay or none of it should be okay. So if you're gonna ban Speedy, Mario shouldn't be around either. But
Uh,
I say let it all be okay.
yeah, and Graham says you won't like my upcoming episode of Bob Abroad if Speedy is offensive.
I don't think he's offensive. I don't think Mario's offensive.
I'd say I just don't particularly like the characters, but I
I
can
mean,
understand that some people might find them offensive.
I just it's stupid. How are we ever going to get past the prejudice if we just
I,
pretend like it can't be talked about at all?
I, there are things which are just not right to do, and there are lots of things which people think are not right to do, and they're totally
The
different.
world's too woke. Sorry.
Yeah,
Like, get a fucking sense of humor. That's all. I'm not saying anybody should go out there and in with hate in their heart say, "Oh, look at that wop over there." I'll slap you. But if you're a friend of mine or somebody with no malice, say you're a pretty damn good looking wop, I'll laugh because I don't. You know, nobody should use derogatory words towards other
Yeah.
people. No, but it's not a hanging offense. Is what I'm saying. What do you
And
guys think? I want to know what you guys think, though.
Quickly. Hi,
Go ahead.
Barry. And ironically, Aaron Rod's answered your question
Mm,
about why is it all in uppercase. And ironically, Aaron Rod replied in mixed case, despite the
that's
fact
funny.
she's been using uppercase everywhere else.
Ah, I have bad eyes. They're helping me, hon. What were you gonna say, Cliffy?
I was
Um,
just say like some groups are okay too, like they're considered okay even in today's society.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you can call an Irishman a Mick and no one's gonna get terribly offended.
yeah.
But call a different another ethnic group as a
Whatever.
derogatory word
Yeah.
like that, they're gonna get offended. It's
You'll
just the
get
way.
canceled.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
will.
and it's too bad. You know,
yeah,
but it's also it's so deep. There's so many layers to this conversation that we will never get through. And I get it. I just wish it wasn't so. I wish
hi,
everybody had
RSW.
more of a sense of humor, you know.
Yeah. We're discussing racial stereotypes based on Mario and Speedy Gonzales.
But not really.
Mhm.
It just happened. Didn't mean to do it. As usual. Usually we get down to food somehow,
The
but I don't know.
conversation meandered this way. Well, we've already had cakes.
Nah, not really. Oh,
Oh
if
God,
you ever get a moment, you should go to Carlos Bakery website. He's got a comic book cake that's so awesome, guys.
it
So
does look
awesome.
fairly
It's
impressive.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's too much money to ever buy, but it's still cool. Unless you have a big party. The only time you should buy a 2 liter cake is if you have a lot of people coming.
Yeah, it claims to serve 30 to
To
36
50 or something like that, yeah.
people. Yeah,
But like you if you ever want to try the cake there, which is amazing, um they sell slices, and that's the best way to buy it if you're not going to eat it all at once, because you can put them in the freezer, and you don't have to cut into it. You can take a couple slices out here and there, thaw them out, and that's a beautiful way to do it because it's gorgeous cake. It's cake the way it's supposed to be. They put a lot of icing on it, so if you like a lot of icing, it's cool. But it's just so good. The cake itself is just so damn good. Like you can always order something, I guess, tailor made. It's more expensive, but and they have cookies, they have pizza even, and they send everything nationwide. Shit, I gotta answer my phone. Mute me, please, because I'm not near it.
yeah. Okay, Al,
Thank you.
done. Uh, yeah. Joshua is ah, stop speaking. You're making me miss the thing. Um, apparently it's due to stereotypes that you'll no longer see the movie Song of the South.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
very
remember that was
Yeah,
talked about earlier.
very
but
controversial.
not
Yeah.
only that, they've in any if you ever go to Disneyland or
Yeah.
any of the places, you'll never hear Zippity Doo Dah either. I have our stream on 2 different windows. Why?
That was
There you
clever.
go. Yeah, you'll never hear Zippity Doo Dah, which has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. Like, it's just having a wonderful day.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, let's see.
There's no persuading some people.
Mm.
Well,
This is not going to be a long stream, by the way, guys. Sorry.
the
I,
Pirates of the Caribbean ride they changed for the pirates being drunk and chasing
yeah,
wenches and stuff. They changed that to them being polite and stuff. It's like it doesn't really
that's
fit.
not a pirate.
Yeah.
Really not a pirate. pirates are not nice people. I never were. Like, I'm sorry, but
Well,
even
yeah,
their movies, Pirates of the Caribbean with Jack Sparrow is his name.
Yeah.
yes.
That's not a pirate.
Well,
A
no,
pirate is, they were, they still are the worst kind of criminal.
Blackbeard.
Yeah, we still have pirates today, mostly like Somalian. We've
yeah,
seen what they do to cruise ships, even. They're horrible people. Now, on the, while I'm saying that, some of them feel forced to that because they have no other way of making any kind of money in those horrible places. It's their government that's the problem. But if we want to do something about it, we should go in there with force. Just
Well, what they
saying.
should do is the ships that are at risk of getting attacked by pirates, they should just mount a couple 50 calibers on them,
Yep.
and that'll deter the
Because
pirate.
most of the pirates are very poor and they don't have anything but, you know, the like Uzis and shit. There are ships out there, like cruise ships, non-military ships that have just water cannons and can take care of them. Sometimes you need more than that, but still, if you can get rid of a foe with a water cannon, I mean, it's just a big water gun. How serious are
yeah.
they? you know. So yeah, it's just I think why would Disney want to portray pirates as anything other than they are in that ride? If they don't want them to be, the thugs and scum that they are, change it to a ride of a different sort. Don't call it Pirates of the Caribbean. You know,
Yeah.
call it something else. Like,
I,
Didn't they change the other one around too with the little children singing?
Oh, it's
I,
a small world.
Yeah, didn't they do something different with that too recently? Somebody who's been there, please tell me. I've never
really,
been to any of the
got
parks.
no
I
idea.
wish I had as a kid. I'm envious of anybody who has. I'd love to go
I,
to Disney World.
I think, technically speaking, I used to know a pirate.
No.
Yeah,
What kind of
it's one of
pirate?
those. It's one of those really, really, really technical things because
Okay,
he
tell
did
me.
something by which it was illegal, and how he did it, where he did it, technically made him a pirate.
Ooh, bitch! Do tell.
He basically removed something from a shipwreck when he was diving, and I think I can safely say that because he is now dead.
Ooh, okay. I would say statute of limitations is up on that one.
Um, the UK does not have statutes of limitations.
Well, he can't be tried. He's dead. Is what I'm saying.
That is a limitation, but I don't think it's a statute. Well, it probably is a
Oh,
statute
shut
because
up.
We only have them on our version of misdemeanors.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's why when I was gonna write a book about my life because I have some stories I could tell, and those who were in the chat just recently could attest to some of them. Um, but I was worried that at least one phase of my life might still have an open statute. Might not have statute limitations, so I did not want to take a chance, even though it was like what 30 years ago now.
Yeah.
right.
Don't want to take a chance because I'm old and I don't want to go to jail. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody I know had thought there was a statute of limitation on something, so he wouldn't tell anybody what he'd done for about
Mm.
15 years.
Good for him.
Mm.
You know what?
Hi,
Look,
Disney.
I've never hurt anybody like other than myself, so don't. It's nothing like that. But don't want to. Can you imagine me in prison, guys? No, they're dirty, and you have to share You have to share a bathroom that's in the open, like no walls even. No, I have. I would never poop. How do
You
you
shouldn't have.
poop?
You shouldn't have stolen all those jewels then.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rod is right about this. They must remove "It's a Small World." To be stuck in it for 15 minutes with the music continuing non-stop is a form of
Shit,
torture.
that happened to
It's
her.
against the Geneva Convention.
She had that happen to her, and she was gonna go into that dirty, nasty water to get away from it. That's how bad it is. I was like, oh no! Just even thinking of her doing that freaked me out.
The
Like,
next
what they
time
do
there's
in that water? What they put in it?
the next time there's a hostage standoff, they need to just play that music over and over.
Yes, that would be torture. Just blaring at somebody, noise torture. But
Taipan says, "God help the other inmates if AMG was in prison."
hey, true.
Yeah.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Indeed. And the Snark, the final score on his bike, he changed 4 inner cables, adjusted everything. Oh, and he changed the saddle. And he says, "Thanks again.
Woo,
Great to hear the
woo.
stream."
Is the saddle what they call
Glad.
the bike seat in the
Yeah,
rest of the world?
yeah. I am glad that kept you company while you did your work.
Hmm.
Now take a picture of you using it and send it in so we can shout it out.
Yes. Most people whistle while they work. We've got you to whitter while they work.
What? What do I do while they work?
Whitter. Witter.
I don't know what that is. Is that a Twitter without a tw?
No, it's all ramble on.
Hey, I don't ramble. I story tell.
Right.
Hey, I
And
can
he
throw you both off.
changed the grips. I assume you mean the handle bar things.
Yeah, grips. Things you grip on.
Hmm.
Unless you're in the business, and the grip is the guy who holds the thing.
Yep.
The big
Or something
boom
like
mics. Yeah, boy, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, shit. The what am I missing?
that. Suzuki says a bike saddle makes as much sense as a car saddle.
Yeah.
No.
No, because you're riding a bike like you would a horse. Only there's no power besides you. So you
So
need something to sit on.
yeah, a
A-
saddle.
yeah,
You sit on saddles.
right. Because it's like, all right, I hear what you're saying, hon. But you get into a car like you're sitting on a sofa. When you're sitting
Yeah.
on a bike, you're putting your leg over it like you would a horse. So
Yeah. I mean,
saddle is more appropriate.
I agree. A car seat, bike
What?
saddle.
What? We agree? Shit.
I say tomato. You say tomato.
On this
What?
one, that's not normal. I don't feel right.
No.
It feels yucky. Make it stop.
And Arian Rod says, and go down many rabbit holes.
I do not. I have um sequiturs.
Non sequiturs.
Sequiturs. They're not non. Thank you. How dare you?
I don't know.
Transitions. I have them. How very dare you guys picking on me like this? On
Is
my
there,
own show!
is there such a thing as a sequitur?
Has to be if there's a non sequitur.
Hmm.
Mm,
Unremarkable. There's remarkable, right?
there's disgruntled. Is there gruntled?
Maybe. There's Oh, there's non-compliance and compliance. Hey, ho,
Yeah. And
hey, ho. Non sequitur, sequitur. I'm right.
Sequitur is a conclusion that follows from the premises.
Thank you. She got it. She got it right. She was right. It's a word. Oh yeah, she's right. Hey, you're wrong. I'm
good
right.
guess.
I wasn't guessing. I knew. How
I
dare you?
I presumed there probably was, but
Yeah,
as
yeah,
I'm not
yeah. And you can't
exactly
say it now. No takesies backsies.
not is it a Latin expression?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
yeah.
Um, um, hmm,
I have not gone down many rabbit holes. Who said that?
it may or may not have been Catgirl.
Oh! What? How dare she? I was. I'm not. Ooh.
He kind of
What
trailed off there.
what
Hmm.
else am I missing? I had nothing to say.
Joshua would like to know: there's a double entendre. Is there a single?
There's an entendre.
Yeah,
It's
I would
not
imagine,
quite as interesting, but there is.
Hmm.
and it does actually mean what it says.
Mm-hmm. It says what it means, and it means what it says,
Hmm.
which is something I always appreciate. Mean what you
Um,
say what you mean.
poor Catgirl sort of backs up and runs away.
Mhm.
Sorry.
What else? What else? Because we gotta wrap it up
Um,
soon. Because we have something to do, me and
Anacito
Simon.
is saying, "Ha! I just heard hip hop hooray yesterday."
Was I just doing that unconsciously? I
What?
did, didn't I? Oh shit! Hip hop hooray! I was listening to it the other day too. Shit, I must have done it unconsciously. Thank you for that. You called me out on that. That was kind of a little bit rude.
Hmm.
One night during the week, if there's enough people around, tag me in Discord. Get together, tag me in Discord, and we could play like Among Us in Discord together. We could always do that.
That'd
Mhm.
be cool.
I believe that was an example of a non sequitur.
No, it wasn't. Not at all. Because I was speaking to something Anacito said. Anacito's a very big part of the Among Us scene. And then I said something about Among Us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
She's Banana Manacito for a reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been AMG, and this is my TED Talk about language. How to use it.
If you don't use it, you lose it, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Practice makes everything. Like if I don't practice like my sign language, I will lose it. And then when I can't hear anymore, what am I gonna do?
Well, you certainly won't be able to speak Italian if you lose your sign language.
Not funny. I
Mm.
don't know how to speak Italian sign language, so
Well, I didn't say Italian sign language.
yeah, because that's different. Because sign
Mhm.
language has, there's it's ASL for a reason. It's American Sign Language. For those who
Yes.
don't know, I know Simon knows.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
British Sign Language. There's Italian Sign Language. It's stupid. It should all be the same, but it's not, unfortunately.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So all deaf
Okay.
people cannot speak to each other, which I
Yes.
think is stupid. There should be one sign language for all. Because, like, table, whatever table is in your language, it's in your language, but it should be the same sign. See what I'm saying?
I I agree
It
with
could
you,
work.
but for
What?
people who are only partially deaf, teaching them a second, you'd be effectively
No.
teaching them a second and a third
No,
language.
you wouldn't. No, 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 no. Because say I'm teaching someone who's Italian, right?
Yeah.
I'm speaking Italian to them as I'm teaching them sign language. So, but when they come
Mhm.
across another deaf person, it's just sign language. And then if I'm teaching someone from America sign language, I would speak English to them as I'm teaching them the signs. And then this way, when
Yeah.
they meet the Italian, they could still speak to each other. It would be so great. But as it
It,
stands now, we can't.
Yeah, and it
It
does
would
make sense.
still work because
Yeah.
the word see, to see in Italian, I would do the sign to see, which is like your two fingers on your one touches your cheek, it goes out, and then when I talk to somebody here, I mean see, and I teach it, but they could talk to each other, and it would be amazing. It really would
Yeah, I mean, why there
because
is the variation, I don't know, but it
here's the
does seem a
thing,
shame.
and if I'm in Italy and I'm totally deaf, right, and I need help, if they don't know my sign for help, right, what are you gonna do?
Is
I
your
can't.
sign for help running around in circles, waving your arms about?
No, but what if I'm choking or whatever?
Yes.
They don't know
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I tend to agree. I believe it was a missed opportunity, but sadly,
I do
when
too.
they were developing the various national sign languages, they didn't take that opportunity.
Sign language was
Um,
actually started
but
here in America. I believe it was by which state was it in? I can't remember. They weren't Americans that did it though. I believe. You know what? I will check my research again. I remember the story, but not well enough. I will get back to you next time. I swear to God, and I'll tell you how
okay,
it started.
I'd be interested.
Yeah,
Joshua does say there is a universal sign for choking.
there is for hearing and non-hearing people. You're right, but you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
Yeah.
For anything else, you know, I'm in pain, whatever.
Yeah.
If it was a single sign language, we'd all be able to understand each other, and I think
Yes.
that would be awesome. Cause like being deaf, being part of the deaf community, is small, right? So being able to be part of the greater deaf community might be like a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
You know,
Taipan says it was American Indians who
no,
formulated
it
it.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. I
Aaron
swear to
Rod
God.
says that's like having no other spoken language but English.
No, not really.
Yes, but
Because they
remove
all
the
have their own
English.
languages that they've learned.
Yeah,
It's just a barrier, really.
it's it's basically having the same common language. Um,
That's it.
yeah,
You would have your base language that you could speak, but this way,
yeah,
because like I said, the signing community is so damn small. Like being, if we all had one sign language, it'd be like we were part of regular society because the numbers would
yeah,
jive more, with just regular society. It's very isolating to be deaf or hard of hearing.
yeah.
I would
And my
imagine
mum
so.
was quite deaf, and it drove her bananas.
Mm.
Like we just don't forget that girl just got called out by someone on a Broadway stage for using a closed captioning device,
Yes,
thinking that she was filming the show. Like it would bring up awareness as well. I think.
hopefully, yes,
Unfortunately, it's always on the people who need the awareness to be out there. It's always on them to spread the awareness. Unfortunately, and
um,
allies too.
maybe Irish Stews has a Benedictine monk called Pedro Ponce de Leon used signs to help him educate deaf Spanish students.
Mhm.
And the first formal sign language was developed by Charles Michel de Lep in the 1700s.
Okay. I didn't say it was just last week. Thank you for that, though.
Joshua saying, oddly enough, the middle finger means different things around the world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
In
actually,
England, it wouldn't be the middle finger.
I wouldn't say that was odd.
And
No.
then a thumbs up is rude in a lot of countries.
Yep.
Yeah,
And speaking of thumbs up, like if you look at old gladiator movies, when they give the thumbs up, it means they should live, and when they give thumbs down, it means kill them.
It's,
It's the other
it's
way
actually
around.
inverted. Yes.
It's so other
And
way around. It's funny.
yeah, and even in English-speaking countries like England and America, thumbs up can doesn't
Mean different
always
things.
mean
Yeah,
good, because if you're diving, thumbs up means get to the surface,
yeah,
and a circled four forefinger and thumb means okay.
yeah. Okay sign, which is that's
Yeah.
the okay sign.
Mm.
But like in England, it's not the middle finger; it's the victory sign backwards, basically.
Um,
2 fingers up.
it depends what you mean by the victory sign, because
The victory sign here is the 2 fingers up, but it's the palm out. In
yeah,
England, it's the other way around.
one of the major problems. Well, I don't know about me, but I think other people have it, is the probably the most famous V for Victory things were given by Winston Churchill,
Yeah,
and he used both orientations of his hand,
yeah. Well,
both
that's
backs of
Winston
fingers
Churchill.
towards the audience and
I
the
think
backs.
he was cheeky though. He was very cheeky.
I don't think so.
He was. Read some stuff about him. He was snarky at times, like snarky funny.
Mm.
I think everyone's. It's like using your middle finger to push your glasses up. Sometimes you're giving somebody a finger. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Yeah,
It's not as innocent as it might
yeah,
seem sometimes.
yeah.
when the woman told him if she was his wife, she'd poison his tea, and he replied, "Well, if I was your husband, I'd
I
drink it."
drink it.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Quite possibly about Lady Nancy Astor. They had
So
quite a
yeah,
few run-ins.
it's different in different countries and different stuffs.
Um, Irish Dublin says, "I thought in England it was the backwards peace sign that was offensive."
That's what it is. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Victory, peace, whatever it is.
yeah, the V with the knuckles pointing towards
Yeah, the
the
outside.
person. That
That's
that
the middle
is
finger.
that is the offensive one. But
That's
the
what
V
I'm
for victory
saying.
can be either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the offensive
Why do you
part
always
of
have
it
to
is
argue with me?
the moving of the hand upwards and rotating the wrist.
Why do you have to argue with me? I told this is exactly what I said. Exactly what I
But
said.
but both orientations mean peace.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a bit like the Australian word bastard. It's a term of endearment, except when it's not.
Okay.
Mm.
Ugh. Hi Irish, by the way. Good to see you,
Hello.
baby. Stick around for the outro because you're in it now.
Yes. Aaron was saying about the population of deaf people in the world is 20%. That does seem a touch
Wow.
high,
Okay.
unless it's vastly higher in sort of non-first world countries. Because
Yeah, don't forget there are other countries
yeah,
than ours.
yes,
That must that
I
must
Crazy.
think so. It seems high.
that must include everyone who's hard of hearing too, wouldn't it?
Don't
I
know.
suspect with any form of impairment, yeah.
Mm.
Irish stew, yes, that is one of the strong contenders for why
What?
the two finger
The
salute.
arrow thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is a line
Stick
of
up my
thought
two
that
fingers.
that's not actually the case.
Every time I look it up though, it's got that story, so I'm going with it.
Mm,
I'm
yeah.
going with it. That's the official answer for this channel from now on.
Okay.
That's what we stand behind.
Or Joshua says, or the four-letter C word in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cork.
Ha ha ha. You know,
Camp.
just say it. Creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Taipan. Depending on which one you mean. So is the C word a term of endearment? If it's the one you're thinking of, no, it's not.
When I just told you, obviously,
Mhm.
because it's all four of those things are positive attributes. I'm right. I know I'm right.
So Zuzi thinks the 4-letter Australian C word is croc.
There you go. We'll go with
And if
that.
you mean those sort of plastic shoes, yeah, they're offensive.
They're so ugly. They're kind of cute. If they're pink, they're cute. I don't like any others though.
Can't is a pretty ugly word if you think about it.
Can't.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I know you planned it. God says straight this Watergate.
Or do you mean can't as in a manner of speech?
Sabotage. No. I mean,
can't is this what?
C-A-N-T, can't, is a manner of speech.
oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, Joshua. See you next Tuesday, indeed.
That's what I said. Creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Duh. What's wrong with you?
I'm not really aware of that meaning or that acrostic thing.
Of course not. But anacrostic, and yeah, it's very. I'm sure everybody here, other than Simon, knows what I'm talking about, right? It's Drag Race.
Oh, Cat
Drag
Girl,
Race.
we're not mad at you.
Huh? What are you talking about? You can't just answer people in the chat. You gotta say what they say.
It's not from chat.
Me?
No. What?
Who are you talking to?
Cat Girl.
Then where are you?
It's not something that was said in chat.
Then why are you saying it verbally?
Because she needs to know that we're not mad at her.
Why would she think we were mad at her?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm lost and I don't
So
like
am
it.
I. Hi, Richard.
You can't answer things that are not in chat.
Yeah, Richard.
Hi, welcome. I'm lost. It's my show and I'm lost. That's nothing new. So, we got something important to do. I'm going to show Simon the Godfather. Yeah.
She's making an offer I can't refuse.
Yeah. The joke.
About the joke she said earlier about AMG and the rabbit holes. Oh,
Why would I be mad?
She knows you're joking, Cat Girl.
I always know you're joking. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
I can't. Ugh. You thought that was just you with what, baby? What's that thing?
Not sure what Dalek means, but
obviously it's not. Whatever it is, which I don't know what anybody's talking about anymore. I can't. Oh, where did I take that left turn? I don't know. Hey, did you guys know McDonald's has fresh lemonade now, by the way?
Nope.
That kind of was a non sequitur, but it's okay because non
knew?
sequiturs are welcome here.
No, according to you, that wasn't a non sequitur because you're talking about an organisation that employs people, and we're people. So.
Go on. Yeah,
Hi,
no, they
Arts
do.
Union.
They do.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? We're great.
Hi, Taco and Yoshi.
Hello.
What is going on about I care? What?
What's going
I'm
on?
lost. Who thinks I don't care about something? I'm so lost. Somebody help me. I feel like I'm just eating some bad pork or something. What's going on?
So at Night Wolf was saying to Catgirl that AMG does care about her.
I spent like an hour and a half talking to you in chat earlier about stuff that's important. Told you stuff I haven't told anybody in that chat.
And Barry has doubts about the freshness of the. Is it lemonade? You said.
Yeah, well, look, there's a piece of fresh lemon in it. It doesn't taste like concentrate. It could be, however, they use lemon juice to make it instead of fresh lemons like say Chick-fil-A does. So it's a reasonable facsimile of fresh lemon. It's not country time. It's not a powder. I can tell that. And it's got a piece of
Um,
fresh lemon in it, so I'm happy.
Taipan says they've had frozen lemonade at McDonald's for years.
It's not that. It's not that. It's a different. It's totally different than anything they've ever had before, and they put a piece of fresh lemon in if you want it, and it's a lot more close to the fresh stuff like Chick Fil A and stuff has.
Right.
Hmm.
And is this another rabbit hole?
No, it's lemonade, and it's one of my favorite things. So it's not.
Yes.
I love rabbit hole.
One of the supermarkets over here, Tesco, they used to do a really nice
Ooh,
carton of still lemonade,
ooh,
but they stopped doing it. The so and so's.
that's so sad. Like,
Mm,
I'm sorry, lemonade you can make it for pennies on the dollar,
yeah.
and a fresh lemonade is just so
Oh,
refreshing. It's a nice treat.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't fresh lemonade by any stretch of the imagination.
A store brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
That's
was
cool.
it was in a carton like, well, I don't know if,
Hmm.
like we get a liter of orange juice.
Yeah, we get that here too. Yeah.
It was in the
Stu
it was in
Leonard
a
used to do
liter
their
packet
own
like that.
lemonade.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I have
anybody, nobody here is from Connecticut. Well, Connecticut has a grocery store called Stu Leonard's that was farm to store. They had their own animals, and they used to make and groves and gardens and stuff. They used to make their own lemonade. Yeah, you're right. In the carton, even it's really good.
I've have had fresh lemonade, as in I've actually seen the guy make it
Yeah,
before pouring it into the glass, and that was very nice.
it's the best beverage ever.
I watch a lot of travel vlogs where people go to Asia and there's all kinds of fresh fruit,
Oh
juice
yeah,
stands over there. There's,
beautiful, aren't they?
yeah.
They look amazing. I like the one where I I believe Simon I showed you. It was on Johnny Tsunami's channel where the guy
Uh huh.
scooped out that coconut, so it was only the soft part.
Yep.
Remember that and
Uh huh.
you you could stick a straw right through the meat and drink out the middle, and then just eat it. It looked amazing, super fresh.
Mhm.
Have you guys seen the sprouted coconut?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, like
that looks crazy, doesn't
right.
it?
It it's any coconut when a coconut falls from the tree, right? If somebody doesn't pick it up, it will sooner or later grow roots and grow into the ground.
Yeah.
And when that happens, the liquid inside turns to a solid. It kind of grows its own mesh inside. And if you pick one of those up and open it up, the where you find the liquid, is now a foamy, spongy type thing, and it tastes like coconut candy. It's supposed to be really good and full of antioxidants. So I would love to try it, but you can only get it where coconuts grow on their own.
It does
Mm.
sound rather nice,
Yeah,
but
it does.
a trifle obscure
Yeah,
in getting.
you can only get it if you were in like Hawaii or anywhere like close to that tropical sense. Do coconuts grow on the palm trees in Florida?
I would imagine so.
That I would not know.
Because I've seen palm trees with no coconut, so I was just wondering.
And say not. I'm guessing that not all palm trees are coconut
Right?
trees.
No.
So,
So
maybe not.
if they do, I would really, if I could, if I didn't ever see one and I knew somewhere with a coconut tree, I'd climb up it, knock one down or two, and let them sit. They'll take care of themselves. You don't have to do anything else
Mhm.
because
Um,
the roots just they come out of the eyes part. Yeah, they sprout. Go ahead.
it says there's only one species of palm tree that can bear coconuts, the Cocos nucifera.
Yeah, but where is it?
Uh,
In Florida.
mm,
Usually
Oh,
not. Okay. Everywhere else says usually not.
yeah, I would have expected not.
I'd like to have somebody try it though and see if.
Um, Nightwolf says that Belize has coconut trees.
Oh, cool. I wonder if you could buy a coconut and put it in the ground if it would still work. It's probably been
Um,
too far off. I don't know. I would try it. Coconuts can't be that expensive, right? How much is a
well,
coconut?
you'd actually need it still in its husk. Well,
Yeah,
um,
you can buy them like that at the store.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the only coconuts I've seen sell have basically got the sort of the matting visible,
Oh
not
yeah,
actually the bit
yeah. It's
that's
not
around.
not the part you get in the grocery store. The brown part. It's got to still be
Yeah,
full.
yeah.
You're right.
I made my mom buy me a coconut one time at the store, and then I spent like an hour in the garage trying to get it open, hammering it and
Yeah.
sawing it, and I was just like, "Oh, this is too
All
much
you need
work."
is a rock
Yeah,
if you know what you're doing. Johnny just takes a rock in his hand and it's open. Like I guess it's gotta be a bit sharp. A blunt object's not gonna get through this as
I
easily.
don't know. I've seen somebody take a coconut and basically hit the ground with it hard,
Yeah.
and it's
That's if
cracked it
you don't
open
want.
perfectly.
Yeah, but you'll lose the liquid that way.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
talking if you want
yeah,
to keep the liquid.
right.
Yeah.
well, what they do usually is they hack at it all around the edge, and then
Yep.
they just yeah.
They just
Um,
lift it
my
off.
dad used to get a corkscrew and go drill through one of the eyes.
Yep. If you want the liquid, yeah, you just
Yeah.
put a straw through it.
It'll work.
Ice pick, whatever. But like, if you want to open it and pour it out,
Yeah.
and like coconut water, which is what you get inside there, is different from coconut milk. If you want the milk, you gotta take the water out and pour the water in a blender, right? Then take the meat out. It's the meat that makes the milk.
Yeah.
Put it in with the water if you want, and just blend it up. What you want to do is smush it. If you have like a mortar pencil, something that you can smush it with. That's what gets the milk out. Because that's
Mm.
what I don't know why they call it milk though. It's juice, really.
Why do they call it oat milk? Why do they call it soy milk?
Yeah,
Why do
right,
they call it
exactly. It's
almond
you're
milk?
juicing all those things. You're not
Yeah,
milking them. They don't got teats.
yeah. That's a bit like a conversation I had earlier today with a chef about why the hell you can get vegetarian meatballs and stuff like that.
Okay, it started. It's not a meat. Look, I'm sorry, but if you want to be a vegetarian, don't make fake meat.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be against meat.
believe me, believe me, we were all on your side on this one.
You agree? Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's probably going to offend somebody, but for example, um, if there was a on the subject of vegetarian meatballs, and if there was, example, a vegetarian pork chop,
Ugh.
I
Ew.
mean, you,
What
me,
would it
and most other
be?
people would just sort of roll our eyes and think, "Oh dear God,
What
again."
is that?
But, but if we did a meat nut cutlet, we would be taken out and lynched.
What? A meat what?
Well, you know what a nut cutlet is?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
It's like a chop in the shape of a pork chop, but made from nuts. So if we
What?
did a meat nut cutlet,
Is that a pork
we
chop
would.
then?
Sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm kind of confused. You said a nut cutlet is nuts in the shape of a pork chop. So.
Yeah, Yeah, a bit like that shape.
So why
So
not?
what I'm
Wouldn't
what
a meat nut cutlet be a pork chop then?
exactly.
Okay.
So I'm trying to say, yeah, they get away with calling it a vegetarian pork chop, but we couldn't say it was a meat nut cutlet.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sorry. Took me a minute.
Mm.
Yeah, like would we make nut broccoli? I mean meat broccoli?
Yeah,
No. That's
I
nasty.
and
I want
yeah,
broccoli. I don't want meat that tastes like broccoli and looks like broccoli.
yeah.
I want broccoli. I don't
Uh,
have anything against broccoli. That's why I eat it. But if you have something against meat, don't be trying to copy it. It's our
we,
thing.
Yeah.
we made the mistake of buying veggie dogs one time.
Oh
They
no.
were not a close facsimile to meat.
Ah. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll eat a veggie burger, but meaning to like, cause I like the taste of the vegetables in it. Like not a soy burger, a like a garden burger that has some mushrooms and shit like that.
Yeah.
I like that because I like the veggies in it. But I'm not looking for something that tastes like meat, but that's made out of veggies. That's totally different.
Hi,
Mm.
Bert DeFerk. Thank you for
Hey.
uncloaking to say hello all. I've been quietly listening since the big cartoon
Oh
debate.
no.
May I just say that vegetarian meatballs are very aerodynamic.
I like the way you think. Bert.
Yep.
Hey, Vertiferk.
I like saying your name. Bert.
Vertiferk.
Joshua says now bacon wrapped broccoli. On the other hand, yeah, nasty.
Vegetarian hot dogs are called what?
Topan says vegetarian hot dogs are called not dogs here.
Get out. See, and that is bad because if somebody's hard of hearing like me, and you say you want a nut dog, I'll think you said hot dog, and I'll be like yes all day. Sauerkraut,
And
please.
depending on the font used, the H and the N could
Yeah,
look very similar.
yeah, that should be against the law. Should
Yeah.
be.
And Nightwolf says man did not climb up the food chain to become a vegetarian.
Exactly.
Mm.
I'm a meat eater, and I'm gonna be a meat eater
Yeah.
always. I'm gonna support my meat eating brethren and sisterin.
Yeah.
Sisterin?
And they say this the chef I was talking to is expanding
Chefs
about
hate vegetarians.
how vegans wind him up a bit,
Ugh.
shall we say. And he was talking to a couple who were doing their very sort of, utmost vegan at him. And he was saying, well, you're not vegan. And well, yes, we are. And they say, no, you're not. And yes, we are. But and he said, those jumpers you're wearing, yeah, they're made from wool.
Mm-hmm.
And no, they're not. And he said, yes, they are. So apparently he took them off and looked at the label and then, oh my God, they are wool, aren't they?
Sorry
And he
about
said,
it.
your shoes, they're leather, aren't they?
Vegan leather.
Well,
So yeah,
you said chefs hate vegetarians. I had this friend who's a vegetarian, and every time we go out to dinner with them, they'd be like, "Can I substitute this for this and this dish?
Ugh.
Can I do
See?
this?" Yeah.
They hate that. Chefs don't like substitutions either, but now but chefs will do allergy shit all day and be happy to
yeah,
do it. You know, they're
yeah,
very careful about that. But it's just like, don't come at me if you want like vegetarian lasagna. It's just not right. It's gross.
yeah. I mean,
And
I think
vegans are absolutely the worst. Like, Simon and I were looking at these foods that were plant based with everything in it plant based,
yeah,
including the cheese.
yeah.
Remember that?
How can I forget?
And dairy free cheddar is what they called it. And
Yeah,
Simon's like, wait a minute, what?
yeah. As
You just
big mix.
even looking at a couple of these frozen food things, their best picture of them were just disgusting.
Yeah.
And this is their advertising picture of the dish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The meatballs were made out of chickpeas. They're like beige with a little red pep. Oh.
Yeah.
Delightful.
And Suzuki says, if you're going to dine and dash, always go vegan. They don't have the energy to chase you.
Yeah. It's just, come on, like if you offer me vegan anything, please don't make there be cheese in it
Yeah.
because
Well,
I will slap you. No, no cheese can be dairy free and be cheese. A, but then you have like just if you look at it, it's not going to stretch like cheese does when it's hot. It's not going to have the gooiness of cheese. It's going to be hard and greasy.
yeah.
And most vegan shit, and it's what gluten free shit too, has more fat in it because they need it. They need to add fat to make it flavorful.
Mm.
Might be low in calories, but it's high on fat
Yeah.
and
I, I,
sodium.
I'm not entirely convinced about the laws and other, but I suspect if a lot of those things were advertised over in this country, they would actually be done under the Trade Subscription Act.
Really,
Yeah.
like the cheese, the vegetarian cheese.
Well, I think cheddar is actually a protected product
Yeah, because they didn't say
because
it's
of
vegetarian cheese. They called it vegetarian cheddar.
yeah,
They did.
because it comes from a
Or
particular
vegan
source.
cheddar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
Um,
saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also coming up with sort of vegetarian meatballs. I think you can't say that because it doesn't contain meat.
Yeah, it'd be like making a
Yeah,
product and calling it champagne.
yeah,
You can't do
al-
that because it's not made in Champagne
yeah.
region of
al-
France.
Although I can vaguely understand that because, as you said earlier, the meat of a coconut. It doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
refer
true.
to the meat of an animal.
Right.
Does isn't there a town called Cheddar in England?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and cheddar cheese should come from the Cheshire region, around sort of the Cheddar Gorge.
Interesting.
And as AMG was saying, like champagne has to come from the Champagne region of
Right.
France.
Yeah, unless it's sparkling wine otherwise, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm missing the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying.
Sorry, AMG?
I'm missing the chat and I'm trying to
All right.
read it.
Aaron Rod is saying that vegan leather is faux leather. It's made from
Yeah.
plant fiber and plastics, which means it really isn't vegan.
Restaurants have been should have non-meat
I can't see which one you're.
up and out.
Oh, restaurants should have non-meat utensils.
Right, because like I see what you're saying, but once they go through the wash,
Yeah, I mean they're either clean or they're not.
yeah,
Yeah, they run them through a sanitizer, so
yeah, they
Yeah.
have to, especially now. So like they do have certain areas where you can prepare like certain foods, like if there's an allergy involved, especially like
Yeah.
they can't literally if a restaurant has a lot of like gluten free or nut or whatever free things, sometimes they only make those on certain days so they can completely
Yeah.
strip down the kitchen because cross contamination's a thing.
Yeah. I know I've been in a sort of coffee shop,
Hmm.
which is fairly yeah. I know. Go figure. Me in a coffee shop. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah.
They were pretty busy with about 75 to 80% of tables occupied,
Hmm.
and a woman had come in and had ordered, I think, the vegetarian breakfast, so vegetarian sausages and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was complaining that it was taking a long time to produce.
Sorry about it.
And the chef was getting extraordinarily wound up about it because
They were
he,
trying.
to do it, what he had to do was either cook everything else
And then do hers.
and then her stuff, or basically clear down his entire griddle.
Yeah.
Basically clean it down fully. Just cook her 2 sausages and then
And then
start up
everybody
again
else's, yeah.
because there could be no cross contamination.
No. Because they take it
And
seriously. They have to. That's
yeah,
their
yeah,
profession.
and she wasn't really willing to wait for him to do that.
Sorry about it, bitch.
Yeah, and sorry, you've walked into a very busy place that doesn't have the facility for doing stuff like
Everything at
that
once,
on the
yeah.
fly. Yeah,
Yeah. Unfortunately, maybe you can offer them the suggestion of getting a small pan just for that kind of thing.
yeah. Well, it wasn't a pan; it was actually on a griddle.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do it on the griddle.
Uh,
He could do it on a small griddle pan.
yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, I was thinking about Polici's, and I'm like, yeah, try that at Polici's. Italian kitchen. No,
Right.
bitch. Go complain to them.
I've had some decent dining experiences in an Italian restaurant.
Of course you have. What are you talking
Well,
about?
um,
I'm just saying, try doing the I want vegetarian sausage in
well,
Italian kitchen and be
okay.
impatient about it.
A group of us, I don't know, 5 or 6, went to an Italian restaurant as part of. Actually, it was the Pirate. My
Uh
friend,
huh.
the Pirate. It was
Yeah.
his leaving do.
Okay.
Went 10 bin bowling, then went to an Italian restaurant, and I thought, oh crap.
Why? You
Because
don't like Italian
yeah,
food?
I don't like tomatoes and I don't like
So what?
cream.
We don't only cook with tomatoes.
I know,
I can
but
name you a dozen shit off the top of my head does have no tomatoes in it.
yeah, I know, but
It's
pretty much
insulting.
everything on the menu had either tomatoes or cream or something else that I wasn't particularly fond of.
Well, that's a you problem.
Yeah, I know it is a me issue, and I went there knowing that it was going to likely be like that, but hoping that maybe I could have something.
So many things you could have
And when the waitress was taking the orders, it came to me and it's basically I'm not sure, because I have issues about I don't like tomatoes and cream and stuff like that. And she said, "Oh,
Marsala.
okay,
Anything marsala.
yeah." So she went out to the kitchen, and about 30 seconds later, the chef came out, sat down, and says, "Right, I understand you don't like tomatoes, cream, and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. How about I cook this for you?" And it was a chicken in rice dish. I said, "That sounds delicious." Is it right? Okay, I'll do that for you then.
Yeah.
And it's one of the nicest
Because
meals I've had.
Italians want to please people.
Yeah,
My point was try being impatient about a special order. That's all.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but you could add anything marsala, chicken marsala,
I
veal
don't know what.
marsala. What?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Marsala has a lot of mushrooms.
Right. Okay.
Wine, marsala wine.
I wondered whether you meant the wine. Okay.
Yeah,
But,
there's one. Yeah. Um. Oh God, one of my favorite dishes, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh shit. It's got all that's in it is butter, garlic, piccata, chicken piccata. You can have a piccata dish, chicken veal piccata, any of those.
I thought you were going to say chicken Alfredo for a minute.
You
Like
know,
do touch
Alfredo's
paper,
not an
do time a
Italian
safe
thing.
distance.
Alfredo's not Italian.
I know.
Made by Americans. Just saying, there's a lot of dishes you could eat that have no tomato or cream or whatever the fuck else you
Yeah.
don't like because you're so damn picky.
Yeah. Where is it? Anacito says every vegan he's ever met has always been holier than thou types.
Oh
None even went
yeah,
as far as throwing away somebody else's groceries out of their fridge.
yep.
Um, and it comes down to how do you know somebody's a vegan? Easy, they'll tell you.
And tell you and scold you and school you and
Mm,
judge you and oh my god, what the fuck? It's like an ex-smoker. They're annoying.
yeah. I'm an ex-smoker, and I am not one of the rabid anti-smoking ones.
Good. There's a channel, I think it's called the Vegan Teacher or something like that. She's the
Oh
worst.
God, yes,
She holds random YouTubers accountable for not being vegan enough or
yeah.
vegan at
Well,
all.
if there was ever a good advert for not being vegan, it's
It's
her,
her. Yeah.
and it's also the.
She's
Have you
so
seen
annoying.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the film?
No, I
Really
haven't.
good film where a guy has to defeat all his girlfriend's ex-boyfriends in
Okay.
a um, arcade game
I
style
know
kind
the
of way.
gist of it, yeah.
Yeah, and one of the ex-boyfriends was a vegan, and
Oh
he has
god.
superpowers because he's vegan, and it's
And
absolutely
but it just
absolutely
seemed like the
hilarious.
girl was a slut. She had a lot of ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, maybe so,
Just saying. Be
but yeah,
choosy about your
and
girlfriends.
yeah, that was it was quite amusing as how he lost his powers because somebody sort of said, "Yeah, hang on a minute, you're a vegan, but you eat chicken," and it's well,
Oh
chicken's vegan, isn't it?
no. Oh wow. That's dumb. Can't even
Yeah,
eat eggs.
No, no eggs, no cheese.
I
yeah.
know, right? Crazy.
Mm.
Mm, 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 mm. So, on that note, I'm hungry.
Why ever would you be hungry?
I know. Why do we always end up with food on this channel? We always end up talking about food here. What is it with us?
Well, I
No.
think I'd rather talk about food than politics. So,
Well, we don't talk about politics here.
indeed.
I love all my people equally, and that means like there are some here that I know that are politically completely opposite of me, and I still love them, and they love me, and we're gonna keep it that way by not talking about it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's how you keep loving people.
yeah, Barry is a bit like me. He's an ex-smoker, and he doesn't give anyone crap for smoking,
Good for
particularly because
you.
he fully understands. And I must
It's
admit,
hard.
over the last few years, I've almost got to the stage of going up to somebody who's smoking and saying, "Thank you for actually smoking, because I'd rather smell your tobacco smoke than the disgusting cherry flavor of a vape."
Oh, Brandy does blueberry vape, and it kills
Uh,
me every time. I love her, but
yeah,
please.
walking along behind somebody and there's a suddenly
Ugh, sickening
huge
sweet.
cloud of vapor
Yeah,
and it's sort of oh back
those are
rack,
obnoxious.
yeah, awful.
But especially in a small car with them.
Oh, I would never vape in a car. That is just Jesus, that is awful.
I got a big gulp of it this morning. It's like the first thing I was like, oh, honey, please. Or yesterday morning, I should say. It's like I don't know which is worse because especially living in Colorado, walking through the cloud of weed smoke I walked through on the way back
Mhm.
to the car, or the vape inside the car. I don't know. I had no air, no air.
Mm.
But anyways,
uh no, cat girl, vaping isn't just another way of smoking. It's very similar,
it's
but
not. There's no
yeah,
tobacco involved. There's
there,
no nicotine involved.
there can
Well,
be no
there can
nicotine
be,
involved.
but a lot of people
Yeah,
vape not to have the nicotine, and it's
yeah,
completely different.
yeah.
It's water vapor, not
Don't think it's
smoke.
water vapor. That's the point.
What?
I don't think it
Yeah,
is
it is.
water vapor.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It's
It's
oil, but
uh,
same thing.
yeah, it's vegetable glycerin, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Basically, it's just not smoke. Is what I'm saying. It's a vapor.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I tried it.
I
I really did. Creaky Blinder
yeah.
used to own
Uh,
a vape shop, and he and I had this 2 hour conversation where he went through everything with me because I wanted to quit smoking using vape, and I got all and he had successfully done it. He and his wife, both heavy smokers, had switched over to vape, and what they did was every day they put the money they would spend on cigarettes in a bank, um, in their house, and they would go to to Spain on that money twice a year. Like it
Right.
was crazy, and they paid for the entire trip with that money, like twice a year. That's how much you can save. But what I wasn't ready for was smoking is like when you take a pull, it's dry and it's not warm or cold really. It's just dry stuff, right? Vaping, however, is hot, warm, whatever, and very wet. And I just could not get over it. Like the difference is too
Mm.
much. I started with a vape that tasted just like the cigarettes I had. I always smoked Marlboros, but it's nothing like it. So I tried flavored vapes, caramel, vanilla, all these, vanilla ice cream. They got a billion, and that was no better because it's like a dessert. I wanted, it's not a
Mm.
replacement to
Yeah.
me. To me though, it works for a lot of people and great for them, but I'm still looking for my way out of smoking.
Right.
I'm weaning.
Hi, hi, Aaron and NA, and Nightwolf.
Hi.
He's still trying to quit, but
Yeah.
vaping kills him. No.
Hello.
Hi. I'm still trying. Yeah. I'm just. But you know what? Like I had other things that were more important that I put in line before I try putting myself through the angst of quitting smoking. And
Mm.
my
Yeah.
doctor agreed with me. Said, "Yeah, don't try to do it all at once. That's crazy. That's setting yourself up for failure." As I smoke my last cigarette in this pack, I have one back left.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, Colorado, the non-smokers and ex-smokers of Colorado vote to stop it being allowed, mm, stop the delivery of cigarettes being allowed. So I can't call DoorDash up and have them stop at 7-Eleven and get me a pack. No, I don't have that. As somebody without a car, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I, I bet you could get booze delivered though.
I can.
Yeah.
Because people are hypocrites. You know, but
Yeah.
and weed is legal, but they're trying to outlaw smoking now. Okay, well, fuck you. So
Yeah.
I remember, because I'm of the age where we could go to a restaurant, and say two smoking, please. You know,
Mm.
we'll take this table in the smoking section. I remember being on a plane and my mom smoking. A plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
My dad first started going to Australia every winter. He there was non-smoking and smoking sections on the plane.
yeah, I mean, just I don't see what how bad it would be if you had, you know, we'll take this many planes out of rotation just for smokers and
Yeah.
let people go on those. You know, put couple air filters in there. They have amazing ones now, and it wouldn't be that bad. But no, they're outlawing it by, pushing us out.
Yeah. I mean, I always wondered on the practicalities of, yeah, in a restaurant having, this is the smoking area, this is the non-smoking area. In a cinema, that side smoking, the other side's
Yeah,
non-smoking. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody know anything about physics? Anything about Brownian
air
motion?
pressure. You could have a curtain of air pressure and the smoke wouldn't cross it. Sorry, I do know physics.
Hmm.
High-low air pressure, like they use it in hospitals for the rooms that they have to keep, with no bacteria and shit in it, no germs. I was in one of those rooms when I had MRSA. They had a curtain of air pressure. Nothing crosses it. Smoke would stay on one side, the non-smoke on the other. And I've seen bars that do that. And if you're on the other side of the bar from the air pressure, you can't smell that smoke. There are bars that still do that. The ones that can get away with it. And back in the day before they outlawed it completely. So it can be done. They just won't let us do it. And I don't think that's right. It's not, and it wouldn't even take a lot of money to put in that, tubing that would force that air out. Forced air is a curtain.
Hmm. It's a lot easier just to sort of ban it wholesale. Sad to say.
Yeah, but it's not right to do it. It's not fair to people who smoke.
Um, I have to say, yeah, it's a bit like the no shoes, no shirt, no service. I mean, if you want to go somewhere, you abide by their rules, and if
I'm
they
not
decide
saying you
they
should
don't
not
want
abide by
smoking,
the rules, Simon. I'm saying
yeah,
they should be able to do that. It's not hard. It's not hard at all to make that curtain of air. It's quite simple. It's and I don't understand why, we should be treated lesser than.
I must admit I would have doubts about the practicality of having it in somewhere like, say, a cinema.
Why?
Well, apart from anything else, it's not going to be silent.
It doesn't. Yeah. What? Air isn't silent. What the fuck?
Well, air under pressure,
It
it's
does.
going to be
It's
blowing
not
from
wind.
somewhere.
I'm sorry, but in a hospital room, when you're trying to sleep and you don't hear anything, I didn't hear anything. I didn't know, like, I didn't hear the wind machine or something like that. It's, it just came through vents in the ceiling, thin vents, and it's positioned. You can't hear it. Like, and in a
Well,
cinema, the ceilings are,
really high.
yeah, it would not be hard.
It's you got to generate a lot of pressure to get the air to go floor to ceiling with enough pressure to stop smoke
I've seen
contamination.
bars do it, and bars are a lot smokier than a cinema would be,
Okay.
and smaller, and like I don't know. I just if it can work, I don't see why they can't do it. Just because you say no, I don't think so. That's just like that's a logical fallacy right there, sir.
Uh, no,
Argument for ignorance.
perhaps, but as
That's
Aaron
what a flat
says,
earther does.
it's the costs. I mean, it would cost a heck of a lot to do.
How would it cost anything?
Sorry.
For the a little bit of tubing does not cost a lot of money, guys.
I think you're oversimplifying it. Hi, Freckles.
Can you imagine though what a restaurant who has that set up would make and just people coming back to it be like, "Are you kidding me? I can smoke in here?" Like, because when I go to a restaurant, I eat and get the fuck out. I can't have coffee or anything like that because you want that cigarette after you eat, you know? So if you had a smoking area like that again, people would stay, they'd order dessert, they'd order coffee, they'd order drinks, and that leads to more drinks, and that's where most places make their money in the liquor. Just
Uh,
saying.
I again, I think that having the curtain of air generator that is oversimplifying things. There would
It's
be
not.
costs,
I've
and
seen it happen.
and
There's
also
bars that used it, Simon.
and
It
also
works.
I suspect there would need to be changes to the law because I think at the moment
I'm not
it's illegal
saying,
to smoke.
yeah, I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying.
Now,
But they should allow it to happen. I'm not saying it should be mandated that people have to do it, but if a restaurant, cinema, whatever you want to say, wants to do it, they should be allowed to. That's what I'm saying.
um,
You're
interesting comment
being an
from Richard.
ex-smoker right now.
He used to own a bingo hall and spent $40,000 on a minimum wage system, and now no one can smoke.
Hmm.
A what system?
$40,000 on a minimum wage system. I'm assuming he's means a sort of minimum bidder. system.
I don't
And
understand what
Jason
that
says
is.
a 4-foot air curtain for a doorway costs $614.
There you go. Thank you.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying the cost would be horrendous
No, it wouldn't. $614.
for a doorway,
Yeah.
not across a restaurant.
Okay. So you put a glass
For
wall going through it and a doorway to go side to side. There you go. Blow me
which
up.
would cost a lot of money.
No, it would not. Mm. I think they'd make more money than they'd spend making it. I really do.
Um, I think it would be impractical for many reasons, but probably a bit abstruse to actually go into here.
I
Yeah.
just don't see the problem. If somebody wants to do it, they should be allowed to do it. That's
Good
all I'm
luck
saying.
getting good luck getting the politicians to sign off on it though, right?
Yeah.
So
It's ridiculous to me that I can't enjoy a restaurant the way other people can. Because non-smokers and ex-smokers especially make more noise about things. They're louder about complaining because it doesn't affect them anymore, so they don't care. That's that's just human nature. If it doesn't affect you, you don't care about it. And we can say that about anything, any group that has, so this is offensive to us. I don't see how that's offensive because it doesn't affect us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Barry's saying yes, it does. AMG evac systems, or I don't, well, or HVAC or evac. I don't know.
Hmm.
Systems and such are a hell of a lot more expensive than curtains.
I didn't say they weren't, but they, I, now I'm confused. I'm so confused now. I'm not saying we had to make it mandatory anywhere, guys. I'm saying if somebody wants to do it, they should be allowed to. I
Yeah,
know of a bar that did it, and they were hugely successful.
right.
And nobody on the other side of the bar could smell the smoke. Nobody complained. And now you have people who will stay to drink more because they can have their cigarette while they're drinking. And a lot of people only smoke when they drink and can't, don't like drinking without smoking.
Mm.
I don't drink, so I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying make it mandatory. And like I said, if you have places just for smokers, like the plane, you can put a couple air filters in there. I could buy one for my living room that's not too much, and it would eat a lot of the smoke. So, just there's a lot of low cost ways of getting around it, or just have a place only for smokers. I can't even open up a place just for smokers because I'm not allowed to have a public place for smoking.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even cigar bars had to close down, where all they do is smoke cigars because they weren't allowed to do that anymore.
What about like a private men's club? Could they smoke cigars in there?
No,
Oh
you're
wow.
not allowed to smoke in a public place anymore.
Hmm.
All right. Feel better
Country
soon, Aaron.
club doesn't matter. Bye. Sorry, honey.
Bye.
Love you. Yeah, it's just I don't know.
And I, I mean, as a smoker, I used to go to cinemas and non-smoking, and I'd quite happily sit through the entire production, not
Hmm.
smoke. I've been to restaurants that are non-smoking before.
I don't ever
Non-smoking
remember movie theaters being
was a thing.
smoking, so I've never been in a theater
Right?
that you could smoke in.
Yeah. I've worked in one, and I've been to
Really?
cinemas. Yeah. There was a restaurant that family and I used to go to, um, and before it became a thing, they were non-smoking, and
Mm.
I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, if I desperately needed a cigarette, I mean, I could walk the 15 or 20 feet to the door, step outside, and smoke outside, but I never did.
See, but that's the thing, Simon. A lot of places you can't smoke outside the door anymore either. You got to be
Yeah,
like what 20 feet away from the
yeah,
building.
yeah,
It's ridiculous. You're outside at that point, and you still can't smoke.
yeah.
It's gotten out of hand. You should see my face when somebody walks up to me. I'm 10 feet away from the door, and they're like, "You can't smoke out here." What? Yeah. Okay, move me. Mm-mm. It's ridiculous. I'm walking away from the building, and they're gonna get on my ass. No, no. You see me walking away. It's like it's just some people, especially it seems non-smokers, born again smokers, whatever you want to call them, will get on your ass the first, before anybody else.
Generally, yeah.
You know, I was literally walking away. It was a state-run place. I think it was disability. I don't know, Social Security building, and that one you had to be across the street apparently to smoke at. I don't know, but I was walking out. And I had been walking for a couple seconds, so like I was about 10, 15 feet away, and I stopped because you can't light a cigarette while you're moving, wind. And like somebody comes up to me, I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Hmm.
That does seem a bit petty.
Oh, they're petty here. I don't know if
Mhm.
it's here or just in general ex-smokers. But
A lot can be.
you light up a blunt, and they're gonna be like, "No problem,"
Yeah.
because in
That's,
Colorado, weed's legal everywhere.
yeah, that's another smell I can't abide.
Yeah, like I've lived in apartments here where they say you cannot smoke inside your apartment. Weed, that is.
Yeah.
Um, because in the apartments that open to indoor hallways, I've had the smoke come into my apartment because too many apartments on that floor spark up at once, and I'm gonna get high too, and that's not right.
Mm,
But there's nothing I can do about it. That's much worse than people smoking to me. That will affect
mm.
my health.
Yeah. Hi, Thomas, and thank you for gifting the membership. And
Hey,
congratulations, Ziggy, who got it.
yay! Thank you. Thank you very much,
Thanks, Thomas.
Thomas. Hey, hey, hey. Anyways, I didn't mean to get on a high horse or preach at you guys. It bothers me because I
If
want
the
to do
horse,
more things.
if the horse is high, has it been smoking?
Ooh, if the horse is high, I ain't getting on it because that's much more farther to fall.
Hmm.
I really want to try riding horses, but I'm scared.
It is fine. Don't worry about it.
It's high. You're high off that thing, and if it doesn't like you, you ain't staying on it.
I fell off a horse once.
That's see, he fell off a horse. That's like 20,000 feet.
That's like a
Uh,
good 6, 7 feet.
That hurts. That'll break a rib. What'd
I
you break?
was no, I didn't break anything.
Oh, shut up.
I was like 19 years old, so
Okay,
you're
yeah, he was unbreakable.
indestructible when you're that age.
hmm But if I fell off a horse, I'd break everything. We know that. We've seen me break 3 ribs falling off this chair.
Mm.
that
So,
does take a fair degree of skill.
hey,
What?
what? You making fun of me?
Yes.
Bitch.
And your point is?
I'll get you. That is shady.
Mhm.
Shady lady. What
Shady
should it be?
O'Grady.
Right? I want grilled cheese. Lots of butter. Mm, mm, mm.
Have
What do you
you
think,
had
guys?
that cheese and mango chutney sandwich yet?
Oh my god, I did! Didn't I tell you?
No.
When Brandy was here, we had it.
And the results from Norway?
Okay, it's weird. It's a little weird.
Uh huh.
It's because the cheese was still cold and it was so
Ah,
really hard. Am I supposed to
right.
melt it first?
No.
Is
I
it should be
I
room
would have let it.
temperature?
I
Anything?
would have let it get a bit more ambient than a straight
Okay,
at
but I did.
fridge.
I enjoyed it. It's the one I got was a little spicier than I would want, maybe. But Brandy's like all into having her dad because her dad makes chutney,
Yeah.
mango chutney,
Mhm.
and so she's gonna have him do it with no with not very much
Right.
spice because you know I'm not good with spice.
Yeah. So the
But
chutney was a
I
bit
liked
spicy.
it. It is a bit spicy,
Right.
but it's I like the flavor. Like I liked a little bit of like if it had a little bit of spice with the
Yeah.
sweet, I'd like it a lot more. I
Yeah.
think. But this, I like it. I do like it. I could see the potential.
Hmm.
Yeah. I meant to tell you that. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Like it was very busy and like she was out of it, so not
Right.
out of it, but she was
Yeah.
tired from the yeah. Oh my
Hmm.
god, I forgot. Yeah.
No. Good.
I like the cheese is really good though. That cheese you sent, really
Yeah.
good.
Good.
I just see eating it just by itself.
Right. And that I believe is possibly at least a good token attempt at proper cheddar,
What do you mean?
wasn't?
It was cheddar. You said the
Right.
cheddar.
Yeah.
What's,
I mean,
what do you
I
mean
don't know
token
how
attempt?
legitimately cheddar cheese it was, but I
It
think
was
it was probably
aged. It was old.
right.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good
Right.
cheddar. I know what good cheddar is like.
Mhm. Yeah.
Dude, my family was Italian. We know cheese, and we
Yeah, but
and we
cheddar's
used to
easy.
eat cheese and bread or cheese and crackers all the time, and we got the best. Trust
Mhm.
on that. I wish I still had access to the parmesans we used to get. I'd send it to you. It was so sharp. I don't know if you could handle it though, because a lot of people would.
I'm
It's a
not
type of cheese, the parmesan at least.
not a fan of parmesan.
If you like we'd get in a big chunk, right? And
Mhm.
or the provolone we get a wedge of it and like you cut a piece off or you break a piece off, um and you put it on a plate, get some cracker, whatever you know, bread, whatever you're gonna eat it with. And if you left it though, it got to room temperature and somebody walked in, they like, it smells like vomit because it was that sharp.
Uh
It's
huh.
very super sharp, very super sharp. So it's something that a lot of people couldn't handle,
Right.
but it
Um,
was such good cheese. Very salty but it's because it's sharp.
your care package from Australia apparently is just grown by a jar of fruit chutney on Taipan.
Oh, nice fruit. Like what fruit?
Um, let that be a surprise.
Okay.
Okay, take care, Night Wolf, and
Night.
Aaron Rod.
Good night.
Oh wait. Oh no, you're not gonna see the night wolf thing.
His phone's about to die, so
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off anyway.
yeah.
We gotta go. We
No,
gotta go.
it's only been 2 hours 20 minutes.
Ha! Why didn't you tell me?
You didn't ask.
You took it smart. Well, we're gonna wrap it up, guys.
And
Uh,
if I said, "Shut up, woman, you're wittering," you'd have only got annoyed at me.
not smack you. But yeah. Uh, Clippy, thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. It's fun.
You want to say anything before we go?
Just love everyone. Good night, and thanks for coming.
All right. Say goodnight, Simon.
Good night, everybody, and remember, throw a pork chop at a vegan. Well,
Mm.
That's a waste of a good pork chop. Really is.
true. Or maybe test the aerodynamics of a meatball, vegetarian meatball.
There you go. Night.
Right.
Oh, wait, I did it wrong.
Uh,
Where's this clip? Wait a minute.
Come on. And
Oh no,
thank you
Dinah
for
upload this
another
video?
coming to another Tech Talk with AMG.
You are kidding me. I didn't upload it. Wait a minute.
Oh.
I got it.
And whilst our redoubtable AMG uploads the video outro,
I can't
as
see what I'm doing either.
as Venice sets slowly in the west. Yeah, Freckles, you miss most of it, I suspect. Oh, come on, no pressure, AMG Nightwolf's trying to stay.
I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Just give
Everybody
me
think
a half a
positive
second
vibes.
more.
Nightwolf's
Clap if you
camping.
believe. Clap if you believe. Clap if you believe.
Stop
Come
clapping,
on,
more button
upload.
pressing, woman.
It's uploading. What do you want from me?
A miracle, I think.
StreamYard's fault, not mine. I'm trying. StreamYard, tell me the fuck up.
Ah.
Here.